Hi, I'm Alice and you're watching Alice April Academy Online, and in this video we're gonna learn how to play C sharp major, or in other words, D flat major scale. So what I wanted to do in this video is to show you the second position of C sharp or D flat major scale. As I mentioned before, I am showing every single key, every single position on the guitar, just so you know them all, and then you can mix and match, combine, and have super fun with it. Let me show you how the scale is played on guitar, and then I'm going to show you the chart so you can see every single note and finger behind it, and where are your root notes, which is the first note you start with. In our case, it's going to be C sharp or D flat, and then all the notes that follow in order. Again, the major formula is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. What does that mean? It means that you have a whole step which has two semitones or two half steps in it, and then some of them are half steps, and the formula builds this happy melody basically. So major is sounds happy, minor sounds sad. That's the best way I can put it. So let's get right to it. First note, it's going to be again a position that starts on the very, very thick string, which is our E string, right? And this is as low as this position gets. It's not going to start with a root note. It's going to start with this guy right here, which is F sharp. Previous position, position 1, started with E sharp, or it's also F, but we call it E sharp because we want to keep all the notes in the scale. Again, this was confusing to me. Why do I call this E sharp and not F? Well, because this way you have C, D, E, F, G, all, every single key, versus having F, F sharp, and then G, and not having E at all. That's just as simple as that. That being said, the first one started on this guy right here, which is your F, or in our case, E sharp. And the second one starts on F sharp, and it goes like this. First, I'm gonna play it. Now that's confusing, and you're like, oh, that's overwhelmed. If you use your root notes as a stopping point to actually tell you what in the world are you playing, that's going to sound like this. And here's how our notes go. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. Then this is technically a C, but we call it B sharp, right? And then C sharp. You see why I'm calling it a B sharp and not a C? Because it would be C, C sharp, and that's just weird. So then C sharp, D sharp, E sharp. Again, this is F, but we call it what? E sharp, just like here. E sharp, then F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. And then you just simply go back. The reason why I'm showing this back and forth is because this is a great warm-up and a great exercise to do. And you can do it with a speeding up metronome, which is going to help you develop your fingers and strengthen your hand and just dexterity when you play. It's just super, super cool thing to do because you got to stretch your fingers here, So it's pretty challenging shape, and it's a really, really cool exercise. That being said, then you can mix and match these notes, to create some kind of a melody. And obviously you want to go back to your root note, this guy right here, and and that's your octave. Just any fun thing that you can come up with. So just kind of experiment and have fun with it, and let's go to the chart.
What we have here is our C sharp major scale with 7 sharps, and right below, same exact notes, except we call them different names, right? So it's a D flat major scale, and you can see it has 5 flats, and F and C are just natural. Now right below, you see how to play it on guitar. And let me just call in order with fingers and explaining what in the world this mass looks like and is. First note that you play in the second position is going to be F sharp or G flat. Same exact note, right? You play it with finger number 1 on the 2nd fret, low E string. The second note you do is G sharp or A flat with finger number 3 on the 4th fret, low E string. Next up is A sharp or B flat with finger number 4 on the 6th fret, low E string. Then we move on to A string, which is 5th, with finger number 1, B sharp or C. Then it's on the 3rd fret. Then on 4th fret, you play C sharp or D flat with finger number 2. And that is the first root note. Okay, so that's your note with which you start your scale. You can pause there just to identify how the melody goes in the scale. And then if you start doubling this note and playing with C and go from C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, that's your full scale, full C sharp major scale. Or D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C. That's your full D flat major scale. You can see what fingers you're using. You can see what notes you're playing. So just go ahead and pause this video, take a look, follow through. You can just pick out the notes and make up your own melodies, except it's not going to be random this time. You actually are going to know what you're doing. And if you like to geek out like me, then it's just going to be so much fun, exploration, and high I cannot even express in words. Here, when you get to the C sharp on your G string, which is your number 3 string, it's going to be on the 6th fret right there with finger number 4. That's going to be another beginning of the next scale, which is higher in pitch, C sharp, and then D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. And as you can see, it's incomplete. So in this position, you basically have first incomplete scale, then you have complete scale from C sharp to C sharp or D flat to D flat. And then you have another incomplete scale. You can always borrow notes from the next position to finish it off. But this is just a complete position that you can play with one hand in one spot without moving it. So that's it. That's your second position.
Thank you so much for watching. Stay on the lookout for the next video. It's going to be the next shape of C sharp major or D flat major scale. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and you can hit that bell so you can get notified whenever I make the next video. All right, love you. Bye.